Hello everyone, this is the love video for the sign Sagittarius for the month of November and for whatever is left of October as well. Before anything, thank you very much for watching my videos and for leaving me your comments and also for requesting private readings. I'd also like to wish all of you a happy Halloween as well for those of you that celebrate it. And if not, then also happy month of October and November as well. So I will explain to you what decks I will be utilizing. So this is the regular deck. I also have the Lenormand deck, and just utilize something new here. I also have the Psychic deck that I will be utilizing. For this last deck, I will be utilizing one card at the end to give you a better idea of the situation and a type of guide as well for what you should be doing. Okay, so for those of you that are part of the exclusive club that I have for the memberships, if you would like to continue as part of that, you don't need to do anything, and if you would like to cancel your membership, there is a button there to do so, and then that way it'll cancel your membership, or if you want to keep it, you actually don't need to do anything. Okay, and if you have any concerns, you can write to me as well, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. Okay, and if you would like to become a new member, you just need to click on the join button at the bottom of this video. Okay, so Sagittarius, we're going to start here and take a look at what we have for you here. I'm going to shuffle my deck for those of you that are new, and 7 cards turn over, and I put them down in 3 different lines. And I also utilize the last card as a bit of a guide. Okay, so there will be 3 lines, and think of which line you would like to choose. First line, second line, or third line, or you can watch all 3 lines and then decide which one applies best to your current reality. Okay, I would also like to let you know that this does also applies to your moon sign and your ascendant as well. So, I would also recommend to watch all the videos for your moon sign and ascendant because it does provide you with a lot of additional information as well. Okay, so let's see how many we have here. 6 cards. We just need 1 more to complete the first line. Okay, so what do we have here for you, Sagittarius, is the 7 of Cups. And what is this talking to me for you this month, Sagittarius? I believe in this case, I feel that you had some type of illusion about something. That's what I'm feeling here, Sagittarius. You created these illusions for yourself here. You thought that, you know, if I do this or that, because Sagittarius tends to be that way. You're very active and very powerful sign, and you're always thinking about things to do. But in this case, I see that it was some type of a fantasy is what I'm seeing. So I see there's 2 possibilities here. You were either left very exhausted of constantly thinking and dreaming and fantasizing about what was going to happen, or I see that you are recuperating from a breakup or a loss, a sentimental loss of someone. So whether this is about a breakup or exhausted of thinking about, you know, these fantasies and possibilities, I see that there is some type of mental exhaustion, which is very important for you in this line, Sagittarius. And to say something further about this as well, I see that this type of exhaustion is an interior type of exhaustion from so much fighting in life. Okay, from so much fighting to find someone that's worth keeping in your life, someone who compliments you. And I see that you've climbed all of those mountains and fought through those battles. And although this is very uncommon for you, Sagittarius, because your sign symbolizes that strength that always allows you to take a step further, I see that in this case, you need to take a break in order to regain that strength. It could also be that you fantasize too much here if you've needed to speak with someone and end a relationship here, and you fantasize in the sense of, how am I going to tell them? You know, it's almost as if you've imagined yourself, you know, I'm in front of this person and I have the possibility of A, B, C, or D of how you can tell them and in which way are they going to take this, how are they going to interpret what I'm telling them. And so the decision that apparently here you will take, Sagittarius, will be very important for the rest of your life here. It's not something that's superficial here or something that you do impulsively and you see the consequences. I see that you are here measuring the consequences and trying to minimize the risk and try to minimize error in what you do. And so this is telling me here what you do, Sagittarius, is for your complete benefit, is what's in your best interest, because you will end with a stage of suffering and you will feel much, much better, more renewed. But yes, there is a process here. There is a process of awakening yourself, a process of worrying and of reevaluating the pros and cons, and in which way it's best to do certain things. And I see who in this situation, there seems to be 3 people involved. Okay, so here we are talking about clearly someone who is currently involved in a love triangle. Okay, so I see that there could be 2 outcomes here. Could be that the person that you're with is involved with someone else, or that you're involved with someone else. Okay, so there is a chance there could be 3 unknown individuals involved. It could happen, but I don't think it's usually likely that that's the case. It's more likely that one of you has a partner that's involved in this triangle. So that's what I'm seeing here. I see that you need to make some type of a decision or a resolution, and it is because you need to decide what's going to happen with this relationship. And I see that this eventually will come to its end. I think what's going to happen is that you're going to end this love triangle, whether it be on your end or on your partner's end. But you're going to decide that you no longer want this part of your life because it doesn't bring any benefit into your life. The only thing it brings is to feel unwell and unhappiness. It could be that you are waiting for someone, maybe someone waiting to get a divorce or to separate, and they never ultimately end up doing it. So that could be another possibility as well from what I'm seeing. So I see that almost like you're fantasizing about this person and they're telling you, you know, they're going to leave their partner behind and they don't. And the only thing that this brings to you is to make you feel unwell, anxiety. It affects your capacity of feeling happy. And that's really our end purpose, is to be happy here in this moment of our lives. So if we're going to wait indefinitely for someone else, then that is, it's definitely not a good thing. If certain people arrive into our life to complicate things, then that's not worth it. Okay, so let's just take a look at what the cards of the Lenormand deck has to tell us for this upcoming month. Yeah, definitively here, this is the card here which identifies decisions between 2 people, such as being involved in a love triangle. There are 2 doors in front of you, as you can see here clearly. One of them will be the one that you will open, and that is the one that you will walk through, and the other you will leave open, perhaps. Maybe a small little opening there for you to say your goodbyes. But this month, if you look at this, the number 22 may have some importance to you. Could be you make a decision on the 22nd, could be on the 4th, or at 4 p.m., 10 p.m. The letter Q may also have some relevance in this decision as well. So pay attention to those as well. Something important here, Sagittarius, to make this decision, and you will in the upcoming month. Okay, so let's continue here. Sagittarius, This is the second option, the second line. Seems that this is the continuation. Oh, wow. I'm seeing here this is very, very similar to the first line. I've seen basically the same cards have turned over from the first line. Okay, so here, definitively, we're talking about the same topic here. We're talking about a breakup. And that you are going to think about it quite a bit. And it's for your well-being, but really what you obtain here is to feel unwell, because I see that you did care about this person. So, you know, my guides really want me to go over this again for you, Sagittarius, because it seems to be very, very important for you this month. So let me take a look at a different line for you. For the second line. So we're going to see new cards here. Okay, Sagittarius, so what's happening here? Here, definitively, I'm seeing this is you here, and there are two different options. You were either the individual in the first line that you wanted to break up and end, you know, this love triangle, and you are communicating with people online. You are chatting with people, connecting with other people online, romantic connections, things like that. But you do it on a level of not wanting to put anything of yourself. You don't want to get fully involved, okay? So this is for people who may have gone through a breakup, but do not want to involve themselves now sentimentally with anyone. Okay, so Sagittarius, that's what I'm seeing for you here. And here you're saying, you know, I no longer want to make things more complicated, to be with someone who I later find out that they weren't worth it, and I have to carry all of this weight on my shoulders. And you've decided to stop thinking about the past. And that's why I feel it was someone who made you take on this attitude, and you don't want to think about the past anymore, and you want to just have fun and enjoy life. Really, I don't see that you have much hope at this moment to connect with the ideal person. And why? Because I see that you are that type of person who always goes around in the same situations, unfortunately. And I would tell you that in this case, you are someone, and it could be that it may not apply to a lot of people, men or women here, but I see that I don't want to use any strong words here to describe this, but I would say it's almost as if life takes you to always get you involved with people who are already in a relationship. And I don't think it's your fault that you're searching for these people, but I think it's something within you that's attracting people who already have other relationships. It could be your spirit, your way of connecting with people, your way of being dynamic and energetic and very passionate, which makes other people in certain ways misinterpret and have an experience with someone like that. So I'm seeing here that this is the case here, so just be cautious, Sagittarius. And it's okay if you don't want to get involved with someone else because of that, because sometimes it's not worth it. Okay, so what these cards are telling us, the number 4 is stability, and that is very important to you, Sagittarius, despite being in this, this state of wanting to be free and have fun. In the long run, you enjoy having, your home, your tranquility, your personal things, things like that. So, but you also like going out, having fun, and meet new people, laugh, things like that here, because I'm seeing here that you utilize not a mask here to show something that you're not, but I feel here that you adapt to each occasion. If you're at home, you like to be cozy and watching TV and enjoying your home life, but if someone comes to pick you up to go out, then in 2 minutes you're up and ready to go out. So that's someone who's very adaptable and malleable to change. So someone who can change to different circumstances, and that's the attraction that you project to other people. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. I don't think it's you. I think that maybe sometimes, but more than anything, people see you and they go, wow, I haven't felt like that for anyone, with someone who has so much energy and power. How long it's been that I've missed that feeling of having fun and going out. And that's what you kind of attract to other people. Your energy, your spontaneous energy, I would say. So I see that there's both things here, that you could be at home and tranquil, but you can also go out and have fun. So that's a very important quality. Okay, so the last line here, the third option. As always, I reiterate to you here, private readings, you can request them to ameliatarot13@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to join the private membership club, you just need to click on the join button, which is on the bottom right-hand side of this video. Okay, we just need a few more cards here. Okay, so 2 more. Okay, so what do we have for you here, Sagittarius? Newly, here I want to say this very clearly, because I know that some people are not in love triangles. I know that some of you may want to liberate yourselves from a love triangle, or maybe have liberated yourselves, but here truly I'm seeing it's a situation that is very complicated here, and I'll explain why. The first card that you have is the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card that represents work. Okay, so this is telling me that your relationship, your situation in a relationship is good, but it's not easy. Okay, and many people, if you are in a relationship, you may know this already. Maybe someone who is very young may not understand, but someone who has a little bit more experience of sharing a relationship, and you're in a stable relationship, you'll understand that they're good, but they're difficult. And what are we talking about here is that you are someone who is very intuitive. Okay, the person who is Sagittarius, who applies to this line, is intuitive to the max. It could be someone who also really likes astrology and all of those rituals and things like that. Here, this is telling me that you are doing well in your relationship, man or woman. You have maybe your home. You know, this is how this is presented here. You have your castle with the princess, the prince, the child is there. This is everything that is generally want. Okay, not everyone, but in most cases, a lot of people do want that. They want the home, the stable relationship. So that's what this is representing here. Everything looks perfect on the exterior. But here I see that some problems start. Okay, and here there's a problem because stability is not there. You have a family in this case, well-constructed family. And what do I mean by that? Two people, adults who live together, regardless of what sex you are, but adults who may or may not have a child, and everything is going well. There's stability in the home, but there's not stability within yourself. Okay, and here this is telling me that you are very unhappy. And so, you may ask yourself, or people who may not understand, how could that be, because there was the card of that happy family, but that is the facade of what we see, which is the two people who make up a relationship, apparently look happy. But if we dig deeper here and we look at what's going on in this person here specifically, which is one of the two people involved in the relationship, you will notice that this person is not happy. And why? It's because they no longer feel the connection that they had before, that spiritual connection that united you at some moment in your life. And why was this first card so important? It's because this person specifically, it's someone who feeds off of the spiritual aspect. Okay, so it is very important for them. And unfortunately, in this case, it seems that this person is searching for that missing piece elsewhere. Okay, because once again, this is talking about a love triangle. If you are with someone who is a Sagittarius, pay a lot of attention. Okay, try to reconnect with them. If you are Sagittarius and you are in this situation, then maybe, and I feel you should speak to your partner and express to them what way you're feeling. Why is it that you feel that you are losing yourself? Because it's unfortunate that it's a relationship that is so stable and so happy because the people who are involved are not able to communicate with one another. Okay, so let's take a look here at what the Lenormand cards have to tell us about this and give us a better understanding. And then afterwards, at the end, I'll do the Psychic card. Okay, so this is talking to me about the moon. And the number 5. This does talk to me a little bit about suffering. Okay, this tells me that you are suffering here, and I saw this card accidentally, so I need to show it here. This card here, which comes next to the doubts, which is not knowing what we want, is the broom. And the broom in the Lenormand card is very problematic. Okay, I feel that you here, the good thing here in respect to this card is that it's in reverse. Okay, so it could be that you are thinking and not wanting to involve yourself. You don't want that triangle because you know it's going to complicate your life. Because that's here, a whip here, and we all know how that works. So here you have that decision in front of you. And I see that this is not the best moment to make that decision when you're feeling like this doubtful. I would say make this decision when you are sure and certain about this is what you want and you're clear mentally. So this card symbolizes problems and issues. So when we make the wrong decisions, what we bring is more problems, okay? So for all of the lines here, let's take a look at what is the card here for the Psychic deck. Okay, so this talks about adjacent possibilities. And what does this tell me here? Look at how interesting this is. here you want to open up a door this month. Generally, the doors are here, you know, you can open this one or the other one. They all take you to different places, okay? But here I see a door that's on the ground. And what do I feel with this? It's something that you are not expecting, because no one expects to find a door on the ground. Okay, so here I see that there's going to be a different possibility, the third possibility or the second possibility. So in this case, if instead of being in a love triangle, why not speak to your partner? Why not practice this? Why not try to do something else or plan something? You know, and in the 3 circumstances which I've read today, there is always a second or third option. And the number 6 symbolizes that it will be based on the union between you two, the help that will be lent from one person to another. Okay, so think here, there is an additional door. If the ones you've opened have not worked out for you, it could be that maybe you need some help from a friend or a counselor or someone to tell you, you know, this would be what's best for you. Okay, and yes, you are a sign of a lot of movement, and sometimes you may not want to listen to advice, but I think in this case it's important, because here's telling me there's an extra possibility that you may not be seeing. Okay, something unexpected. So utilize it in your benefit, Sagittarius. Okay, I wish you all of the best. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you need a private reading, just write to my email, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. And if you would like to be part of the exclusive memberships that I will now be doing in this new video for the members, all you need to do is click the join button to subscribe to that, and you'll have access to all of the exclusive cards for an extended reading here. And also, if you would like to like my video or add your comment as well, I thank you a million times. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best.